So looking ahead now, and then I'll pass the lectern on to the next speaker. Looking ahead, we've got Congress is coming back, I think, next week. They're promising another big spending stimulus package. When Obama's inaugurated, they're promising a second stimulus package earlier in the new year. As I said, we've got a $1 trillion deficit this year, 2009. One might hope that that would help restrain Obama's spending. So far, that doesn't look to be the case. And you know, the only thing it will do is it will probably encourage him to accelerate some of the tax increases. As you may know, all the Bush tax cuts expire at the end of 2010, and it'll be very tempting for the Obama administration to pull some of those tax increases forward and increase taxes next year. A quick note on the Democrats and Republican parties. I mean, the Democrats, one of the sort of discussed story in the media so far is there will be a lot of infighting within the Democratic Party. They're the broad coalition party now. They've got an enormous range of special interest pressures. They've got the global warming people. They've got the coal unions. They've got they're going to have big battles on the budget. They've got some budget balancers left within their coalition. They've got big spenders. So there will be big internecine warfare within the Democratic Party, which may be a good thing and may help slow down some of this progress towards big government and socialism. Republicans, frankly, it's astounding to me that they have not swept out their leadership in the House and the Senate. The Republican Party is supposed to be the party of individual responsibility, for accountability, for merit. And the leaders in the House and Senate are a big part of, I think, where we are now with economic and fiscal policy in this country. And it's astounding to me that they won't all step down. So maybe a few years in the wilderness will be good for the Republican Party. They are a better party in the minority, and so let's hope that we can help rebuild them and move them in the right direction.
The election confirmed the description that some people have offered for our political system, that we do have a two-party system. One's evil, the other's stupid. And the Republicans have continued to vie for the stupid title. In '94, the Democrats, by Clinton's admission, publicly, more than once, lost control of the Congress because Clinton had pushed his gun ban. And in 2000, Gore kind of retaught the lesson. In the primary, he anti-gunned his competition and then proceeded to lose the general election. The Republicans drew from that, apparently, absolutely nothing. In fact, when we were dealing with Dick Armey, at the time he was the majority leader, we wanted to get a vote to overturn the Clinton gun ban, and he said it would be over his dead body. Well, we did get the vote, and I'm happy that he's still alive, but this was the mentality of the Republicans, that they still, I think, are suffering from, even now, and in fact, Chris's point, it was excellent, that they haven't learned anything. If the leadership is any indication, they're still suffering from the Stockholm Syndrome, that people that have been captured, kidnapped, don't really think independently after a while and begin to identify with their captors. Well, the Republicans apparently still believe that what the Washington Post, New York Times, and all those folks say is true, and they know that guns are a bad issue and they don't want to touch it. And so they have actually now handed over congressional districts to Democrats who have campaigned as pro-gun, and were given a free ticket punch, if you will, in the last several months. Nancy Pelosi contrived with Harry Reid to do a little quick step and had a vote on the measure that would overturn most of the D.C. gun control that's still left after the handgun ban was overturned. And Reid knew that he could keep the thing from coming to a vote in the Senate. In the House, there were some 80 Democrats that voted for it, including the two Udall cousins in New Mexico and Colorado. And so they were able to campaign as pro-gun. And here you got two F-rated members of the House parading themselves as pro-gun. The Democrats have been extraordinarily successful at neutralizing, and even, if you will, even as they have in the spending issues and the tax issues, parading as the party of the Second Amendment. Obama, who is absolutely for banning guns, period, paragraph, no exceptions. After the D.C. Gun ban was overturned, said he supported the decision of the Supreme Court. Sure. But of course what he went on to say was that that doesn't bar reasonable gun control. Well, for him, reasonable gun control is put it on the table and the officer will take it. So that's what we're looking at, and the Republicans still don't seem to have in mind that the only way they're going to take this situation back is to go on the offensive and to have their own agenda and to pursue it, something akin to a contract with America. And at the moment, there's no contract except with death, destruction, and despair. And so I'm very concerned that we are looking at a very difficult season. The only thing that I would say is not going to happen in the first, not likely to happen in the first 2 years, is a renewal of the Clinton gun ban. They're too smart for that. And I think there are enough votes in the Senate that if it were attempted, it could probably be blocked, even with Democrats. But that doesn't mean that we're not going to see all kinds of tax increases on ammunition and guns, all for good programs, of course. We're going to see an attack on John McCain's gun show measure. You know, the Maverick, which actually is another way of saying political cross-dresser. He's just the guy who's running around as a Democrat, and they're going to take his bill and cram it down our throats unless we are exceptionally undeservedly lucky. So we've got a very difficult situation in store. We're losing seats that should never have been lost. Virgil Goode looks like he's down the tubes, probably his own doing, but that's another story. We've lost a lot of our horses in the House over the last couple of elections, and in the Senate, the Democrats have people who have campaigned as pro-Second Amendment as well. So we are, I think, in for a long, difficult ride, and anybody that's not a member of Gun Owners of America yet, we'd sure appreciate it because we need the numbers. Thanks.